Welcome back to Titan Table Talk. Joining us is Coach Brandon Mueller of Illinois Wesleyan Men's Volleyball. I'm your host, Derek Bohlman. And Coach Mueller, first time we've been able to have you on this season, but what a season it's been right now. You are 8-5. I saw you at a home match just after you guys took on a long trip. You had a little bit of a rough first set there, losing that first set 25-10. But since then, starting with that second set, you guys have been playing some really good volleyball.
Yeah, I mean, you're talking about the Benedictine match.
The Benedictine match.
Yeah, that first set, that was unlike us, and we just came out, a little slow and sluggish, and so since that point, I thought, sets 2 and sets 3 were really, really good and competitive, and we were doing some really nice things on our side of the net, which I thought was helpful. And, I think we've continued to grow as a team and compete at a much higher level and, just make a lot of less, unforced errors on our end.
Well, since that match, you are 6-1 in match play. You beat Adrian 3-1, Concordia 3-2. I like to hear you beat Concordia, my alma mater sister school. Fontbonne, you lost 3-1, and then this past weekend, a sweep of Wabash, a sweep of Adrian, a sweep of Wisconsin Lutheran, and beating Edgewood 3-1. Tell us a little bit about the IW Invitational and how you felt that went.
Yeah, well, first off, it was just a really good experience to play at home. We haven't played at home much besides the Benedictine match, and so it's good to just be home in front of our fans and, some really nice crowds, which was really, really nice. And to bring in, 5 other teams to compete and play over the weekend was fun to just see, talk to some coaches about, how their programs are doing. But, at the end of the day, just get out there and play.
Well, let's start talking about some of your players. Let's start with the setters first. DiCosola and Benson are your 2 main ones. Tell us a little bit about those 2 guys.
Yeah, they're definitely just different types of setters. I think they're both doing a great job of setting tempo for our hitters and putting them in a position to be successful, which has been great. Bradley's a little bit faster and a little bit more dynamic out on the court, and has done a really good job of especially setting the outsides and the pins, and we're continually working on the middle connection there. And Vince has really took a really big stride forward, this year, especially defensively. He's I think probably leading our team in digs right now and doing some really nice things there. But once again, I think he's found some really nice connections everywhere, and especially with Jake Coogan at the CUC, try matches there.
Well, you mentioned DiCosola leading team in digs, and you are correct on that. Others that are there defensively, KJ Johnson, Michael Eastman, they're right behind Vince, and then you also have Bradley Benson, Adam Blackmore, Jace Milka, all with 30 or more digs already this season.
Yeah, we have a good group of young men that are competing and playing, and we're still trying to figure out maybe the best lineup for our team. And so I think there's a lot of guys that have similar stats, different stats in different categories, and so we're just trying to figure out what works best for our group right now. And it's kind of the next man up mentality right now when somebody's struggling. So it's been a pleasure this year.
Well, staying on the defensive side of things, let's talk about the wall up front. Julian Perez, Jake Coogan leading blocks with 29 and 28. Alex Mucha with 22. Ryan Myers, 19. Javier Romano with 18.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, this year has been so much better than our first 2 years. Just, not only just getting stuff blocks, but just positive touches where we can be up in transition and go back at the other team. This year, our middles have done a great job of reading the setters and putting themselves in a position to make plays. And part of that's just getting older and playing a lot of matches.
Now, the glory part of volleyball, the guys who get the kills, the guys that have the big swings, the heavy arms. Michael Eastman, 141 kills, averaging over 3 kills a set. Julian Perez with 83. Ryan Myers in there. Jace Milka and Jake Coogan all with 50 or more kills. Well, let me throw Luke Hartke in there with 46.
Yeah, it's nice to see a good number of guys, getting that many swings and that many kills, which makes our life easier and the setter's life easier when it's not just one person doing it all. And obviously Mike has had an incredible career so far and has done some great things this year, putting the ball away and leading the way in that category for sure for us. And, he's just a confident young man that wants the ball, and, he's done a great job putting it away for us.
Well, talking about putting it away, sometimes he doesn't have to do it from at the net. 20 aces for Michael Eastman leading the team.
Yeah, it's he's been feeling it back there, that's for sure. In men's volleyball, it's such an advantage when you can serve tough and get the other teams out of system, and get those aces is even nicer. So, he's got an aggressive serve, and he's even worked on having a slower tempo roll shot type serve that goes over the net and lands around the 10-foot line, which is adding to his tool belt.
Well, you got 2 more matches coming before you get into CCIW play. The next one, Wednesday against Dominican, February 15th at the Shark Center. Tell us a little bit about what we'd be looking for in that match.
Yeah, Dominican, is a really great program. They were ranked number 1 last year at one point, and I know they lost a lot of seniors, and so they're working through some things. They haven't played many matches. I think they've only played 3 matches so far, and they're looking to get on the W side of things, and so it's going to be a competitive, great match. And once again, we're excited to play at home, and so we're going to have to come out, be ready from the start. And I just feel like we've been off to slow starts, and so to start off fast against Dominican, I think would be a huge plus for us, especially since that they've been struggling to find ways to win on their end as well. So.
Well, for our Illinois Wesleyan fans who are in the area who, they're used to coming to basketball and they're used to coming to football, maybe they come to women's volleyball, but men's volleyball, in case they haven't been there, let's invite them out, get them out there, including the student body. What are some things they should be looking for as they come into the Shark Center, and what are some ways they can participate to help your team?
Yeah, anytime you can get some fans in there, I think it's great. And I think the big thing is just coming to see us play once. I think it's an addicting game. Obviously, I'm a little biased, but to just see these young men compete, and they're so athletic, and how powerful they are at the net, and being able to block, and obviously serve and attack is just a different level, and something that most people around here haven't seen. And so it's pretty electric. Everyone gets into it, especially our bench, which has been great all year, and it's just the vibe you don't get anywhere else.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned the bench, because that's where I want to go next. I enjoy, and I've mentioned this on air, I enjoy the volleyball. Don't get me wrong. That's my favorite part. But the bench in between points is a lot of fun, especially when you get the point. Where do they come up with these ideas and these chants and these cheers and everything else they do?
Another great question. This has been a big transition for me, going from the women's game to the men's game, and it's definitely different there. But I give a lot of credit to everybody on the bench, but especially Blake. He's kind of the one that kind of is the ringleader over there, and gets our guy going. But it's just an energy that they give to our guys that are on the court is nothing but love. But the guys love it, and it's just being engaged in the game, which is another big thing for me, is just being ready to get on the court.
Well, I assume you're talking about Blake McGlash and Bryant. I saw him last match that I was at when I still had a good voice. One of the players from the other team dove to try pancake and came up a little short, and his flop on the sideline, I was trying hard not to laugh.
Yeah, I don't even try to look over there, just because I know, they're going to either get a smile out of me or get me to think about something else other than the game plan. But they're definitely entertaining as long as they keep it under control, and for the most part keep it on our side. I'm all for it.
And in good taste.
Oh, without a doubt.
Without a doubt on that. Do you ever go back and watch the game films to watch that?
I do. I think I definitely do. It's more just to make sure that they're engaged and doing the right things, and being supportive teammates. And everyone wants to play at the end of the day, but if you have a great bench like that, it makes it a little bit easier to be on the sidelines.
Well, if there's anybody out there who doesn't know volleyball or anything like that, I'm going to tell you, come to the Shark Center for the entertainment of the bench, and then stay for the volleyball, because the volleyball will keep you there. It is that good. Coach, I want to thank you for joining us, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you on Wednesday night.
Sounds great to me. Thanks, Derek.
That is Coach Mueller of men's volleyball. I'm Derek Bohlman. You are watching Titan Table Talk.